All right. If it is Tuesday, you know what that means. It means that we are back for another episode of Comic Book School Live. And you're going to have to wonder, is it really me or some artificial creation that has been brought to life to look just like me and Mike? Mike, are we real?
I don't know about me, but you seem pretty real.
I am real. I am real. I'm still wildly over caffeinated and super excited for this show. It looks like people are excited for the show already. Vince, he said that he is afraid. He's very afraid with the capital V, capital R. It's a different kind of afraid. He's afraid
Yeah.
of AI.
Well, I don't know. You might need to be afraid of it, but you also might not be.
You might not be. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence and what it means for you as a comic book creator, Mike, and how comic book creators can start to do their research, learn what's happening in the industry, and just generally enjoy the fact that we are real people talking about real things, Mike.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, my name is Buddy Scalera. I am the founder of Comic Book School and a world famous and celebrated comic book writer carried upon the shoulders of hundreds and hundreds of fans at comic book conventions. Similarly, my co-host is Mike Fasolo, 33-time Emmy award-winning television writer, most famous for inventing the television show Dynasty when he was only 5 years old.
Yep. It was a good thing. I had a good brain back then.
You had a very good brain back then. In fact, I believe you were writing for shows like Columbo when you were about 2 or 3. Is that right?
My first show I was doing in utero.
Yeah. Utero. My goodness, Mike, you are so talented. And you know what is also talented? Artificial intelligence, Mike.
Very
And those
talented.
talents, right? Those talents are artificial.
Yeah, well, yes, I guess they are.
But Mike, before we get into that, can I show you something that I'm terribly excited about?
Yes, you can.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. Those are AI comments, buddy. Shmuh. Again, you're like totally right in the camera right now. You are.
She's covering her
I
face.
hope
So we
whatever
can't
see
you're
her. Wearing is real pants. Yes, they're real pants.
She can't see us. We can't see her.
You are literally directly in the line of the camera. So
I just didn't want anybody to see my hair.
She didn't want them to see your hair. All right, so Mike, check this out. I said, buddy, what do you got tonight?
Buddy, what do you got tonight?
I have the early printed versions of Apocalypse Boulevard. If you have not, this is these are the comics we've all been waiting for. These will be available to our Kickstarter supporters, including you, Mike.
Oh, really?
You are a Kickstarter supporter.
I was a Kickstarter supporter.
You are. Actually, the colors were from the Comic Book School community. Mike Ponce, who's part of Comic Book School, did the colors for both of these covers. So we're pretty excited. The books are going to be in your hands pretty soon. Hey, there's me and Stan.
Oh, Stan.
There you go. So very excited. Thank you for your support.
Looking forward to reading them, even though I've already read them.
Matrix quotes stuck in his head. Glenn, I'm all over Tyrell Corp. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know
either.
Tyrell Corp.
We are not watching AI, buddy. That's true. And then Mike Ponce right here. This is Mike's work. He did. This was just so we acknowledge it. This was an homage to the first Mad Max movie poster.
Mm-hmm.
I colored this beautifully, and this is an homage to Action Comics #1. So he is, he was able to help us with that. So
say Color King.
Mike has one crayon. No, that's not how it goes.
It's close enough.
Yeah, Vince is getting into early part of the show, Mike. So let's get started because we don't want Vince. He's already listing his favorite movies here, making movie references. So let's share our slides for tonight. Now everybody loves my slides. By the way, Mike, I did use artificial intelligence to create the image for the show, but not this image.
Oh, okay.
The AI just absolutely could not at all keep up with. So I'm happy to have been able to cover how to blast. Take a victory lap, Mike. You did a great job. Oh, it was a Blade Runner reference. It must have been a Blade Runner reference earlier. But so, Mike, I could not. So I went to Creative Commons, and I got an image which I used legally.
Okay, that's good. Legally is good.
Legally is good. So this is a legally used image, and so we're going to be talking a little bit about artificial intelligence. So, Mike, would you read the definition in the blue part just to get everybody started?
What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence leverages computers and machines to mimic the problem-solving and decision-making capabilities of the human mind.
I like how you add a visual because you know you're on TV.
Yes.
So this is from IBM, one of the pioneers in artificial intelligence. If you recall, they were making chess playing. They made the DeepMind artificial intelligence. They made Watson. They had Watson Health, right? There was all kinds of things. So they have been pushing artificial intelligence for years, but they were not the ones who recently came into popular consciousness. That was ChatGPT, and we're going to be looking at that a little bit tonight. But Mike, one of the things that I asked you to do was help us out and tell us what were your 5 favorite movies that had to do with artificial intelligence, just to get us started. Tell us why these are your favorites, Mike.
Well, we got the Terminator movies, the first 2, fantastic, lots of action, great stuff. Time travel, as you know, is one of my favorites, so it involved that. We got The Matrix, again, AI, and then WALL-E and Short Circuit, which were both involved AI robots brought to life.
Do you know I've never seen WALL-E in its entirety? It's always played in the background. My kids were always playing it. I never once saw it.
Well, you should sit down and watch it. It'll make you cry.
Should I watch WALL-E? Yeah.
A single tear, perhaps.
That's the audience. Should I have watched WALL-E in all these years?
You should have.
Short Circuit, right? No Disassemble.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. I forgot that Steve Guttenberg was in that.
Yes, he was.
I did not remember. I only thought he was in the Police Academy movies or Police Academy.
And Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Five is alive. And of course, the Terminator films and the Matrix, pioneering films both. And Mike, let's go to comics from AI. I think this was one of the ones that really just set things off last year. I love the headline on this. This is from a writer who had fun. AI comic, it gets copyright revoked after office learns how AI works.
You got art revoked?
Well, the creator had applied to have this comic book copyrighted, and the Copyright Office probably doesn't look very carefully at it and did not realize that it was created with an artificial intelligence software called Midjourney, which we're not covering tonight, but we will in a future episode. So they used this to create the comic book, but what they did not note was it was from other people's images. So you could not get a copyright on a work of a previous work. Hold on. Artificial intelligence. Oh yeah, Mike, you forgot the movie Artificial Intelligence, but it wasn't in your top 5.
Oh, I didn't like that movie. That's why I didn't put it in there.
Yeah, you forgot about it. Just say you forgot about it.
I forgot about it. I didn't even consider it.
Be honest. He caught you. Anyway, all of the links to the articles and social media that I'm about to show here will be in our show notes. Be sure to go back to the YouTube or the Facebook page and click like. Okay, so ChatGPT is a learning algorithm. Calling it AI is like calling a tapeworm a sign language using chimp.
What's chimp?
I don't know.
Calling a tapeworm a sign language.
Wow.
I don't understand anything Glenn said in there.
I don't either. I think he's too smart for us. AI is awful too long. I think he means the movie.
Not a good movie.
Yep, sappy too. Okay, so let's get back to this. So Kotaku covered that this comic was had its copyright revoked. So I wanted to do a little bit of research into it. The creator, the creator's Instagram account and Twitter account features these images. Zaraya of the Dawn. Who does this look like, Mike?
Zendaya.
Like they didn't even change the name enough Like it could have been like Mary of the Dawn or Dawn of the Dawn. But
now,
was this like practically calls attention to it, doesn't it?
Did the AI write the comic, or did it just do the images?
So what I am to understand is that the artist who was working on this put in AI prompts to create the comic book. I don't have a lot of background information. We can do a little bit of more research, and maybe that creator would want to come on the show one night. But I dove into it based on the controversy, and I wanted to see what else. It becomes increasingly obvious that it's Zendaya.
Yeah.
Is that Zendaya or Zendaya?
I believe it's Zendaya.
When she picks up the phone, you call. What does she say?
She just says, "Hi, Mike. How you doing?" But
yeah.
I just call her Z for short because I never really
Z.
Yeah.
Anyway, this image of Z clearly looks like a photograph that's been doctored, and then it makes you wonder, where did the artist get these other photos? And the answer, Mike, is that artificial intelligence comes from the things that we've put out on the internet. Essentially, that's how artificial intelligence is fed: the words, the sentence structures, the photography, and it's actually not legal. You can't just take somebody's image and use it and then profit from it.
Well, yeah, that would be a copyright infringement.
Yeah. So we see conversation going, saying that ChatGPT is not what we think of when we say AI. It's a clever algorithm that does fast text prediction using statistical modeling. Again, our audience is smarter than us. I'm like, yeah. So, Mike, I think the audience is definitely smarter than us. It's not thinking.
You don't know that, Christian.
It's not thinking. So Glenn appreciates that other people are following him, even if we are not. So, anyway, Mike. So let's go back to it. So, I have. I will provide the link so you can explore this and examine. It's all out on that creator's Twitter and on that creator's Instagram. It sparked a series of posts, including this image, which I don't know who actually created it, but it started to trend on social. This was an editor, I think, at Boom Comics, who posted this and said that, they don't support it. And then many other publishers came out to say, do not send us comics that were created from artificial intelligence, because they are most certainly created from other people's existing work.
Bits and pieces.
So the controversy continued. It flared up. It seems to have died down a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted us to start to explore it from an educational perspective. But understand that the industry has taken a stance on this, at least the publishers and many of the creators, that they will not support artificial intelligence. You could find this image on many different creators' social media, and they're standing out and they're saying, do not support stolen art.
But how would they know? I mean, because if you have an AI design, just say some image that doesn't look as clear as Zendaya did for that one, how would they know that it's not an image that you drew?
Well, I'm going to get into that. It is really hard to know. In fact, it's getting harder because the platforms are getting better. There is literally a website for artificial intelligence comics where they've created this landing page where you can now buy comics that have been created with AI. Now, I don't know what this means. I don't have a professional opinion on it. I know somebody in our audience has a legal background who might be able to talk about it, but I think that there is a vast difference between creating art for art's sake, or the way we use it, art for news or educational sake, where we show something of someone else's work, but it's educational, but it's not meant for profit. Now, if you start taking somebody else's work, mashing it up, and then calling it your own, okay, now you've popped up and you may be creating some, challenges. So, yeah.
The problem is, though, I mean, it's not like they're just taking something that one person wrote. It's, finding everything on the internet and it's making it from that. So what are you taking it from exactly?
So I've done photo reference books and my images have circulated online. Now, I can't help that. I've asked for takedown notices of my photos in the photo reference. Every time I see them, I put a takedown notice. I just don't think it's fair for the people who've had to pay for it that now it's placed out there for free. Sometimes it gets pulled down, but it's too late. The artificial intelligence has already scraped this off the internet. It has cached it and saved it in their own hard drives. And now there's probably some of my photo reference characters and backgrounds, which I've included in my CD-ROMs, being reused without my permission, and the usage permission of my work has dictated that you cannot reuse it. Like, it's right there in the user agreement, right in the book. You cannot reuse the images. You can use them as reference. You cannot reuse the images.
But if just say I asked the AI program to make me a superhero, pose, it wouldn't be taking your exact pose or even your exact image. Wouldn't it kind of like be a mashup of a bunch of other poses?
And that's what we're going to cover tonight, Mike. Mike Ponce says, didn't Midjourney get caught up because one of the images created using AI ended up having fragments of an artist's signature on it? I don't know how they got caught, but you will start to see some stuff that is really, really obvious that it is not original work. AI will be what vector clip art business was until someone discovered screenshot and Photoshop. Yes. I agree, Vince. But it is early days. And from an educational perspective, we thought it would be important just to have a true conversation about this. So this is DALL-E 2. And this is one of the first artificial intelligence generators. Now, Midjourney was the one that we were looking at. There's all different ones, and they are constantly improving. And there's you can clearly see some of these are early days, and I want to show some of the ones that I did. So I noted at the beginning of the show, Mike, that I asked it to create an image, which I do each week for the show, and I said, this is where you put the prompt: AI for comic creators image for website. And what is that?
It is gobbledygook.
Okay. So I thought, okay, maybe there's something else. So it generated 4 images. Here are the exact 4 images.
I don't understand what it was.
I don't know what, like, I was pretty clear. Like, if you say, like, what was the prompt? The prompt was AI for comic book creators image for website. Yeah. I love it too. Like, I'm going to use this just as is. So I looked at that and I'm like, so no matter what, this image here was likely somebody else's work.
I guess. I mean, I don't know, but I'm saying I don't know how the whole AI thing works, but wouldn't it do a mashup of images instead of just taking one image? Like, wouldn't it make its own image?
Well, it's trying to. It's trying to use, you can see this is these are different backgrounds and shadows and lettering styles. Those fonts might not even be legal fonts. They might have been scraped from someone else's work. Okay. So AI has difficulty spelling, and it shouldn't. Like, I literally put it in here. Look, and the word is in here. Okay. So now I give it the prompt. So now I think, all right, let's do something else. So I thought what would be interesting would be Batman at night by moonlight jumping over a great white shark. How'd that one come out? That
came out pretty good.
Came out pretty good. It's not exactly publishable, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
There were some terrible ones. So let me show you some terrible ones. Okay. I did this other one. This one was the same one. By the way, it kept my typo, but it knew what to do. All right. So, what do you think of the Batman here?
The Batman looks like he's kind of undressing.
Yeah, he looks a little bit more like Wildcat. He has no cape. Yeah. He looks like Wildcat. I don't know why one arm is bare. What is interesting is this random splash. Like, what's that random splash? Like, why is that splashing? It's Terabad. It is Terabad. What I think is interesting and worth noting, they did kind of get the light sourcing right. If the moon is the primary light source coming from behind Batman, you see the light source coming in from here, and you see the light source here on the shark, and even the light source drawing a shadow under the shark. A little bit concerning now, because like even in this early stage, it's not bad. This is AI hired by Fiverr. I'll draw that Batman image for $2.
It's learning.
So did his bat spine twist? Was Bane there? You're gonna like the next couple ones. So the audience will like the next couple ones. So then I thought, why don't you read the prompt on this one, Mike?
Superman battling Wonder Woman.
What do you think of this one?
Well, I mean, I couldn't draw it, but you know, what happened to his right arm?
I'm not sure, but here actually Philip gives. Why don't you read Philip's comment so I can have a drink here?
It's basically an amalgamation of images, no matter how you define it. It's actually not bad as far as composition and color balance goes, but connecting gives it grief. Oh, okay.
Gives it grief. All right, so I would say this was the best of the bunch. It more or less gets some of Superman's colors right, except for his boots.
Yeah.
It kind of gets most of Wonder Woman's. I don't know why she only has a glove on one hand. It seems like it has problems with right hands.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we go and we say, all right, so I put the prompt and it gives me 4 of them. This is the next one.
These look like they were done computer generated by like a 5-year-old.
And I don't actually understand what's happening here. It's kind of Superman and Wonder Woman at a disco. Yeah, kind of. And I'm not really, don't compliment the machine. I'm not overly concerned, but it is clearly at glance looks like it's using copyrighted characters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, Wonder Woman doesn't look like the normal Wonder Woman, but I'm sure at some point she wore a costume somewhat like that.
But if you show this Wonder Woman to somebody, they might go, "Oh, that's Wonder Woman," and
yeah,
you clearly think
definitely no Superman.
Even though they are trying to obfuscate the Superman logo on his chest, it's clearly Superman with goggles.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Next one. This one is deeply concerning.
These look like images that you just found and put up there.
This is deeply concerning. Here's why this is deeply concerning. We don't know where these people. Yeah, he stopped mid. This is real people. They probably do not know that their images are now being used in this way.
Yeah, that's true.
They may be paid models. They may be unpaid models. But now they've been created using DALL-E based on content that was scraped off the internet. We don't know how DALL-E got the images. Are those images legal? Are they clip art?
Do you think his mask was generated? Because that doesn't look like a regular mask. Like with the computer
street drugs.
It's AI have mask on.
I could totally, but this is Superman versus battling Wonder Woman. That's all I put in there. What's concerning to me is our images could easily turn up and just be Photoshopped. Like you would not necessarily know that that was AI generated. I mean, and the face expression's a little weird. Like look at the face expression here. Did they edit that face expression?
Yeah, I don't know, because she sort of doesn't even look like she's looking at him. Like she's looking a little off to the side.
All right, let's see what else we got, Mike. So I put it in the prompt, Buddy Scalera Mike Fasolo on television. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what's happening in the background. Is that us?
Maybe at some point, maybe in an alternate reality, maybe that's where it's pulling the images from.
This is the world of deep fakes. This is not a deep fake. It looks nothing like us. Mike, Does it get better or does it get worse?
I hope it gets worse.
Oh, well, your wish is my command. This is the second image.
That could be us in a few years.
What is exactly happening here, Mike? I'm not sure who these fellas are. Looks like I broke Skynet. And someone thought, oh, this is funnier than Mad TV, which I'm not sure is that a compliment or an insult? I don't know. You wrote for Mad TV, Mike.
Oh, the animated show. Yeah.
Okay. Want to see our next fit photo?
Yeah. Wow.
What happened to our foreheads?
I wish I had that hair though. That'd be nice.
What's that name of the award that we won? What award did we win, Mike?
It looks sort of like an Emmy-ish.
It's like a Hammy Award. I feel like I won like a buffet award. Congratulations. You ate the most this tonight. Happy Tuesday, Mariam. It is certainly a happy Tuesday.
Look at both of their eyes, like the right eye on both of them. It's all messed up.
Everything with the right. Anything with the right on anatomy. All right, let's see what else. So we saw this one, and I saved the best for last, Mike. It's a Dundee Award. Is that a real award?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the is it the same guy twice? Forehead Property Brothers. Yeah. These guys win in the forehead business, huh?
Yeah, they have 5 heads.
That was an Office reference. Sorry. Oh, it was a Dundee Award. Got it. All right, here we go. This is my favorite. Save the best for last. This is
what is going on there?
So I think this is us, Mike.
Yes.
So clearly I'm the guy with the orange and striped tie because I can't grow a beard. Obviously, you're the bearded one.
I somehow grew hair back.
You grew hair back. What award did we win here? There's some sort of cup.
Actually, the bottom of it looks like an Emmy.
What happened to my eye here?
Yeah, well, your whole side of the face is all messed up. Now it's the left side.
Yeah, the W is crisscrossed. Yeah. This is clearly disturbing. Anyway, Mike, let's carry on because I think this is us. This is us, Buddy Scalera, Mike Fasolo on television. At least that's what they believe in artificial intelligence. Yeah, where'd they get that television, Mike?
I don't know.
Yeah, my teeth are great. Yeah, better than my actual real teeth. Nightmare fuel. Consider this a writing prompt. This is your new writing prompt. Who are these guys? What are they doing?
Buddy Scalera and Mike Fasolo on television. Go.
Okay, so ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a text-based input that will give you text-based responses. Now, early ChatGPT, what I'm pointing to here is that it may produce inaccurate results. The AI must be stopped. This is Skynet's doing. So anyway, ChatGPT, really important to note. You can see the URL here. I'll put it in the live stream later so that everybody can do their own results. Very important. You're not supposed to ask ChatGPT questions that are easy, like Google, like, what's the capital of New Jersey? What you have to do is speak with it in a conversational way. And what I was able to do, Mike, was start a conversation with it and then continue the conversation. Now, I've blurred out some of the other results that I've had, but I wanted to share some of the results that I do have. And right here, the big red arrow may produce inaccurate results. So let's see what it does. So I asked, I'm looking for a unique story take on Batman. You got any good Batman story ideas that no one has ever seen before? So ChatGPT says, Bruce Wayne is now an old man and retired, but decides to come out of retirement and dons the cape and cowl again. Isn't that the plot to Dark Knight Returns?
That is Dark Knight Returns.
That is Dark Knight Returns. So this is a unique take. And then a young tech-savvy teenager named Terry McGinnis
stumbles
upon the Batcave and the secret identity, and they team up together. I don't think
that's just stolen from Batman Beyond.
right. And then at the end, it's like, you know, it pats itself on the back. It's like this story of focus on the idea of just one person. The symbol can be passed down from generation to generation and explore the themes of legacy and importance of finding a new way to fight crime in this changing world. Like it is like it actually named the character. It was like, well, let me find it. Oh, Terry. Like if it was like, you know, Joe Schmo, you would be like, oh, its name is Joe Schmo. But it literally took Terry McGinnis.
It took all of that from Dark Knight Returns and Batman Beyond.
Glenn, it is throttled. You cannot say not safe for work stuff. You could put it in. It will scold you. But we will try. We will try to trick it, just like when we were kids. We tried to trick it to say dirty words when we weren't allowed to, when we were naughty. So I did DC. Mike, I want to do a Marvel character. You want to read the next prompt and help us through the story? And again, I'm asking for unique. Why don't you start?
I'm looking for a unique take on Spider-Man. Can you help me with a Spider-Man story that nobody has ever seen before? Peter Parker gains spider powers. Okay.
No, never gains spider powers.
Never gains spider powers. A brilliant young scientist who invents a device that allows him to project web-like substance. Right? Invention to help people all over the world, from building structures in areas affected by natural disasters to creating new modes of transportation that are more sustainable and eco-friendly.
All right. It's not bad. At least it's not Dark Knight Returns. Keep going.
Peter discovers that his webbing has unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm.
It attracts attention of shady corporations and governments, government agents who are determined to take it from him. Peter must use intellect, ingenuity, and fighting skills to protect his invention and his own life while trying to make a positive impact on the world.
I don't know if it's ever been done, but I have to tell you, at least it was unique. The other one was just a riff on Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, this one
Good one, Vince. Spider-Man by Bertie Sanders. Okay. But what do you think, Mike? What do you think of the two writing help?
They're too they're too similar to what they are. I mean, like with the building the web shooters and all that.
It doesn't really say why he would build web shooters. It's like, you know what I think I'll do? I'll make a web-like substance, and then I'm going to build colonies and save a village. Like, how do you go from like, I'm going to build a web and save a village? And I always like that there are shady, evil corporations. I work for a corporation. There is no way that anybody could be that organized. We can't even coordinate lunch.
Shady you can be. Organized.
Or shady government, right? Like the government has enough money to be shady. They're broke, right? It's like school teachers that can't even, they pay for their own art supplies, and now like they're suddenly going to go off and like chase a young inventor.
That's right. Try to take his web shooters.
All right, so we're getting close to the end here, but I wanted to know what we knew about Buddy Scalera. I underlined the inaccurate parts. Why don't you take a look at that?
Yeah, I was going to say, he was born on January 12th, 1969 in New York City. That's wrong. Editor for Marvel Comics. No, you were just a writer for them, aren't you?
I was just a writer as an editor at Wizard.
Content strategy at work.
So it says that I've written these books, Content Strategy Work and the Digital Content Bible. I've never even read these books, but I've been now credited with writing them. I'm going to put this on a Wikipedia page right now, and that I've taught courses at New York University.
Yes, I hope that would be great. Content marketing, taught courses on the subject at New York University.
Now, I've taught at the School of Visual Arts, and I've walked past the New York University, NYU, but I've never taught there.
Now, how would they, especially your birthday, how would they not be able to get that correct?
I don't know.
Unless there is
it's not even close. It's not the month, it's not the day, it's not the year, and it's not the state. Like,
But
it got 4 things wrong in that one sentence. The only thing that was right was he was born.
But you are not the only Buddy Scalera.
I am the only Buddy Scalera.
I would guess that you are not the only one. So that could be the birthday of another Buddy Scalera.
Vince got it right. I was actually born in Pyongyang, North Korea on February 31st.
Closer. Yeah.
It is true. It's true. I just want you to know that my wife left here just because she left in a rush. She left dog food here,
Is that
which
peanut butter on there?
includes kibble. This includes kibble, peanut butter, and cream cheese, and some weird viscous liquid that I almost spilled on my keyboard. It smells terrible in here, and I just wanted you to know why. If I start to,
If you get all easy.
that's what's going on. Maryam knows my real birthday. Maryam will not tell my real birthday. So, Mike, I wanted to know. And by the way, like I said, the only thing about that sentence that was right was he was born. That was it. He was born. You know. Did AA Mike make that dog food? No, no. Someone who didn't like me made that dog food. My wife wanted to send me a message. That is an amalgamation. It certainly is. Anyway, there was some truth to it. I am world famous. I've written popular comics, Deadpool, X-Men, and Agent X. All true. I'm a content strategist and a marketer. I have authored several books, not on content marketing. I'm active on social media where I share my thoughts on content marketing, comic books, and popular culture. I live in New Jersey with my family. All true. Let's see. That I asked Rice Krispies to the bowl to put it in and put it in the oven. This is dog food, Maryam. I am not giving the dog Rice Krispies. We already feed these dogs too much. All right, Mike, what did AI have to say about you? I underlined the things that I thought were wrong. So writer, comedian, voice actor, and performer on the sketch comedy show The Whitest Kid You Know.
That is not true.
Not true. Born on May 5th, 1975 in Connecticut.
That is not true as well.
Not true. University of Connecticut.
That's not true. I didn't study English. I did study creative writing. Literature, that was my major.
AI loves dogs. AI loves dogs. Okay. You began your writer as a writer and performer on the show Whitest Kid You Know.
That is untrue.
The group gained popularity and picked up by IFC for their own television show, which might be true. But Mike Fasolo joined the writing staff of Robot Chicken in 2005. Is that right?
That is true, yes.
Since became one of its main writers, contributing to numerous episodes. He's provided voice acting for several characters, including Bitch Pudding and Gay Dumbledore. Is that true?
That is not true, although I have done voices for the show.
What I do? Are those real characters on the show?
They are, yes. Bitch Pudding is Katie Sackhoff. I don't know who Gay Dumbledore is.
ChatGPT is programmed to make stuff up in the absence of actual information, but the problem is that it can sound plausible enough to be believable. It's true.
This could be believable, but I mean, I have a Wikipedia entry. It could have just stolen 90% of it from there.
Right, which is validated. Potential for misinformation is subsequently huge. Whoever wrote that is a pretty good writer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I'd written the South Park video
so
game.
Working on Battlestar Galactica. All right, so aside from his work in television, Fasolo has written for video games, including South Park, The Stick of Truth, and South Park, Fractured But Whole.
I've never heard of them, but I wish I did write for them.
Are they even video games?
I don't know what they could be. It sounds like something.
Sounds like something. And then overall, Mike Fasolo they try to really be complimentary at the very end. Overall, Mike Fasolo has established himself as a versatile writer and performer in the world of comedy with a particular talent for irreverent and satirical humor. I underline that because it's completely wrong.
I have no humor.
AI is getting smarter. Yes, they are. It didn't even mention the robe.
Oh, that's true.
Wow.
That is absolutely true. Stupid
Wow.
AI knows nothing.
It did get the right Mike Fasolo right, because remember we did the Fasolo on Fasolo episode. There were 6 Mike Fasolos on LinkedIn.
Yeah, see, that could have been May 5th, 1975. Could be one of those other ones.
Could have been. Didn't get my birthday right either. Okay, Mike, it is now trivia time, and a fresh reminder to people that they should subscribe to the show.
Oh, that's nice. Did you do a like and comment as well?
No, I didn't have time. At the last minute.
Well, like and comment as well.
Okay, so Mike, tell us why we do trivia. What's the purpose of the trivia here?
Trivia is to start off writers with just a basic idea that then they can take and run with and create their own stories from.
Or artists.
Or artists. Yes, that's true. Artists as well.
We love our art community very much. So, Mike, talk to me about what I think might be my favorite of all of your trivias. And there are 10 different reasons why, but I was just glowing when I read this one.
I honestly didn't think you would like this.
Mike, I love everything about it. Number one, I love that you read the website, The Greek Reporter. And I love the writing work of Philip Chrysopoulos.
How could you not?
Philip Chrysopoulos was like, I'm going to report on this. But here's the thing. It's like news that there was a mythical robot in Greece. That's how long Greece has been around. They're just getting around to reporting this. Yep. There's so much to love about this, Mike.
Yeah, well, we were doing AI, so I figured I'd throw in maybe what could be considered the first robot or first AI that was ever invented.
I am just absolutely in love with this. From everything from Greek Reporter to Philip Chrysopoulos to the fact that they're reporting this like it's news out of Greece. AIopolis. That's right.
Very good.
AIopolis. So, Mike, what exactly is Talos? Give us the lowdown so that our creative brains could start working.
Talos was a giant made of bronze or brass, I believe. Wow. Are you going to spit that in the dog food?
I just spit it on the floor, on the tile floor. I'm going to have to clean it up. I just can't stop.
He was a giant made of bronze. And brought to life by Hephaestus or Zeus, either one of those. And he was sent as a protector to the island of Crete to keep unwelcome visitors away. And so he technically could be considered the first robot. And my start off as the trivia would be, what if that robot, gained its own intelligence and decided to do whatever giant robots back in Greece wanted to do?
I just feel like this video the picture right now should have the Bee Gees soundtrack, Jive Talking. Jive Talking.
It is an awful picture. I don't know why they use that.
He just looks like he's strutting into the club. He's like, I'm Jive Talking.
Like when you see like an image of Talos, he doesn't look like that. He looks like what you would consider like a Spartan or an ancient Greek.
But in this picture right here, where Philip Chrysopoulos had written this is the image that they chose. They were like, this is the disco. I'm walking into the disco, loud and proud. He doesn't even have a fig leaf on, nothing. He's walking into the...
Not ashamed at all. He's a giant bronze
He's like, say something. I'll hit you with my bronze fist. I just think that this is my favorite story. Now, Mike, what would you do with Talos the giant Greek robot? I feel like this could go so wrong right now, Mike. Don't six your career at this point. Talos the Greek. And I only,
I'm a little shocked you're finding this as funny as you do, just because he's a giant Greek robot.
It's a serious question. It's a serious question. Answer the question.
Well, in my mind, I would make Talos, of course, gain intelligence. And what is he going to do with it? Is he going to build more other robots so they can take over the world because they are giant? Is he going to be like Godzilla and be like just their protector, come up out of the water when a ship comes by that you can throw rocks at? Plenty of things you can do. Or
there are so many things you could do with Talos the giant Greek robot. And I am so glad that you brought this one to our attention.
It'll be on our greatest hits.
I am willing to suspend my temporary ban on any of your stories that involve time travel just to get Talos into the modern day.
All right, then we could bring Talos from
And
the
he
past.
will invite his bronze friends.
Yes, of course. Talos could be coming into the future to build more AI or giant robots.
This is the Greek reporter reporting in on Talos, the giant Greek robot.
Everything about this amused you.
Everything about this is so wonderful and life affirming that I think stop motion animated, but really badly. Really bad, clunky ones. Putting on sunglasses and cruising for chicks.
Yep.
There you go. And I have to just tell you that this one cheered me up. I wasn't sure if this show was going to be the right show or the but Mike, you just made everything better.
Well, I do my best.
Mike, people should like, comment, and subscribe and do all the things. If I could find the banner, subscribe. And we will see you next Tuesday. I think we have a guest next Tuesday, Mike. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of Comic Book School Live. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. We are... Oh, these guys cheered me up. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.